Let's talk about polymorphism, one of the most powerful concepts in object-oriented programming. Hello everyone, this is Ali Reza. Welcome to the Mentor Code Lab. In previous episodes, we saw that we can define our own classes and we can put a hierarchy of inheritance between classes. Sometimes we want the same method between parent and its children. But the thing is that the children should behave differently when the parent will behave in another way. For example, in our case, we have the human class and vampire class. Let's say that the health class that we had inside our creature will behave differently. Basically, it goes back to the character properties. And we see this heal. Let's add a heal method to the creature. So we have public void heal that takes an integer and we call it amount, and we do nothing inside the creature class. Now we can come back inside human and we say public int public void heal that accepts an int amount, and all we are doing, we say that properties.heal amount. When we go into vampire, we can say public void heal and int amount. However, this time we say properties.heal the amount multiplied by something. For example, we can add a variable here called private float healing multiplier. In the constructor, we can say the healing multiplier equals 1.5f for both scenarios. And then we can get the multiplier like public float get healing multiplier, and we return the healing multiplier. This is a readable attribute. Let's make it writable. So we say public void set healing multiplier with a float amount, and finally we say healing multiplier equals to amount. Now in this heal method, we will multiply it by get healing multiplier, but this will return a float because float multiplied by integer will become float. We typecast it to int. Don't worry, we will talk about typecasting in future. Basically, long story short, we are saying that, hey, convert this to integer for time being. But if we take a look at different classes, remember human was inheriting from creature and vampire was inheriting from human, we see different behavior of this heal method. Basically, the creature is doing nothing. Human is just healing equivalent of amount, and then the vampire has a multiplier in the healing. This is called polymorphism. Now, if we come back inside our main method, here we can say vampire dot heal with some amount, okay? And finally, we get the health from vampire. Let's take a look at the execution first. We get that multiplier. If you recall, inside here, we said that the healing multiplier should be 1.5f. The health is 5,000, okay? We add 5 to it in here, but that's not the case. Basically, we are saying that multiply this 5 by 1.5, okay, in here. So instead of getting 5,005, that should be it because the human nature was doing it. Instead, we overwritten the functionality and now we are getting 5,007 because 5 multiplied with 1.5 will become 7.5. We said we want the integer section, so it becomes 7 and it will be added to 5,000. The result is 5,007. Now, this may look like an easy way of overriding a function. In future, we will take a look at abstracting some classes and some functionalities and what is the abstraction and its meaning. At that point, you will understand that we can somehow indicate that this is some functionality that we override on the base. Because right now, if I look at this class, there is no indication that tells me this is a functionality that came from the parent and I'm changing the functionality. It is a good practice to mark this somehow that will indicate this behavior. We will take a look at that in future. However, right now, I just wanted to show you what is the meaning of polymorphism. Basically, in words, polymorphism means having many forms. And in the concept of object-oriented programming, it means that the same function will have different logic and functionality. Here, it was a simple multiplier, but in the real world of game programming, this logic can be much more complex. For example, in the next video, we will talk about internal classes. You may have a situation that is happening only on vampires and not on humans. Then the logic will become more and more complex. And you don't want this logic to affect the parents, the human or creature. You want the same method name. You want the same function, but with different logic. And this is where polymorphism shines. And if you think about it, being able to write our own classes and different structures that we will talk about them later, and then inheriting one from another, and now changing the behavior in these inheritances is the real power of object-oriented programming, and this is why we always use object-oriented programming inside different projects, from pure Java project, websites, science analyses, and up to even game programming.
If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on that bell so that when I publish a new video, you will get informed. Have fun, everyone. Bye.